Hey guys, welcome to Crafty Crochet Castle. I'm Janila, and in this beginner-friendly tutorial, I'll show you how to crochet the hot chocolate. This is a very quick project and you can complete it with leftover scrap yarn. And also don't forget to check out the description box for link on how to crochet the marshmallow so that you can have your very own hot chocolate and marshmallow plush combo. You can crochet the hot chocolate in different yarns, and depending upon your yarn weight and the size of the crochet hook, you would end up with different size plushes. So here I have crocheted this hot chocolate with worsted weight yarn and a 4.5 mm crochet hook, and this is about 2.5 inches tall. And here is the project made by using burlap blanket yarn and a 7 mm crochet hook, and this is about 4.5 inches tall. To crochet this project, you would need yarn in two colors. I'm using a maroon and a brown yarn. For this tutorial, I'm using worsted weight yarn and a 4.5 mm crochet hook. You can use any yarn for this project, but make sure to choose a hook that is 1 or 2 sizes smaller than the recommended hook size for your yarn weight. You would also need scissors, yarn needle, stitch markers. For the eyes, you can choose to use safety eyes or you can embroider them as well. For this project, I'm using an 8 mm safety eyes. If you're using a bigger yarn, you would need a bigger size safety eyes. And you would need a black yarn and needle to embroider the mouth. You would also need some polyester fiber fill. The details of these materials are in the description box below. Let us get started working on the pattern. I'll be crocheting my cup first. So I'm taking my maroon yarn over here and I'll start the pattern by doing a magic circle. If you prefer not to work with a magic circle, you can always do chain 2 and work your round 1 stitches, which is 8 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Now let me show you how to do a magic circle. To do a magic circle, hold your yarn like this and wrap it around the 2 fingers and cross it over at the point where the yarn meets. Next, pinch at this point and take this little loop out. Now insert your hook inside the loop, yarn over and bring a loop. This yarn is from the skein end, and now hold everything in place and make sure the loop on the hook is of the correct tension. That is, it's not too loose or not too tight, and your hook should be able to move freely. Now I will yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. So there we have the magic circle. This ring is adjustable and we will be working our round 1 stitches on these 2 strands of yarn over here. So for round 1, I will do 8 single crochet inside the ring. So to do a single crochet, I will hold my working yarn and I will make sure the loop on the hook is of the correct tension. That is, it's not too loose or not too tight. And then I will insert my hook inside the ring, yarn over and bring a loop. So now we have a total of 2 loops on the hook. I will yarn over and pull through both the loops. This stitch is called as the single crochet. I will do 7 more single crochets in here so that we have a total of 8 single crochet for round 1. You can always turn your project to the top to count the total number of stitches that you just made over here. You can notice that there are 2 loops in the shape of a V. Each V is 1 stitch. So once when you've done a total of 8 single crochet, grab your stitches with one hand and grab the magic circle tail in the other, and then you can start pulling the tail. The ring will get smaller and smaller as you pull it, and when you pull it all the way through, it closes completely. So this is round 1. For this pattern, we'll be working in rounds, and I'm not going to join with a slip stitch at the end of each round unless I mention it. You can also use a stitch marker to mark the last stitch of the round. If you do not have a stitch marker, you can use a piece of another color yarn as well. By using a stitch marker, we can work on the repeat pattern for the round very easily without having to count the total number of stitches for each round. So now let's get started working on round 2. For round 2, I will do a single crochet increase or 2 single crochets in every stitch around. So I will find the very first single crochet that we did over here, and I will insert my hook in this stitch that is on the 2 loops, and I will work 2 single crochets in this stitch. So this is an increase or 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So I will be working 2 single crochets in all the stitch around. Round 2 will have a total of 16 single crochet. So now I'm at the last stitch over here. So once when I come to the stitch, I will remove the stitch marker, crochet the stitches for that particular stitch. So in this round we are doing 2 single crochets here, so I will do 2 single crochets and then I will place the stitch marker back in the last stitch. This is how the project will look at the end of round 2. Sometimes the magic circle opening will open up like this, so you can see a little hole over here. In order to make this go away, all you have to do is pull your tail tighter and then the opening will get closed completely, and then you can pause your project over here, turn it to the wrong side, and using a yarn needle you can secure it with a knot in the wrong side. So I will be using only the loops to make a knot over here. We do not want this knot to be seen on the right side, so make sure to insert your needle only in one of the loop when you're making the knot. And then you can also weave the tail in, but since this is going to be on the inside of our project, I'm going to leave it as it is. Now let's continue working on the project. We will be crocheting round 3 over here. So round 3 will follow a pattern. The pattern is 2 single crochet or an increase in the next stitch, followed by 1 single crochet in the next stitch. So this will be the pattern for the remaining stitches in the round. The pattern is an increase or 2 single crochets in the next stitch, followed by 1 single crochet in the next stitch. So I will repeat this pattern all the way around till I'm at the last stitch over here. This round will have a total of 24 single crochet. And once when I complete the 24th single crochet, I will be joining with a slip stitch in the next stitch. To join with a slip stitch, I will insert my hook inside the next stitch. I will yarn over and bring a loop through the stitch, and I will bring the loop through the loop on the hook like this. So this is how a project will look at the end of round 3. I will be using a stitch marker to mark the slip stitch over here. Now let's work on round 4. For round 4, we will be working only in the back loops. So at the top of the stitch, we have 2 loops over here that is shaped like a V. The loop that is towards you is the front loop, and the loop that is away from you is the back loop. So for this entire round, I will be inserting my hook only in the back loop. So to begin the round, I will do chain 1 here. To do a chain, I will yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. This chain 1 does not count as a stitch. Now we can begin working on the pattern, which is 1 single crochet in the back loop only in all the stitch around. So I will insert my hook in the back loop only over here and work 1 single crochet, and I will do that for all the other stitches over here. Because we worked in the back loop only, we have a ridge over here that separates the bottom of the cup to the side of the cup like this. And this is how the wrong side will look. Now I will work on this pattern all the way around over here. That is 1 single crochet in the back loop only in every stitch around. And once when I complete the 24th single crochet in the back loop only, I will place the stitch marker back in the last stitch. And this is how the project will look at this time. This ridge separates the side of the cup to the bottom of the cup. Now let's work on round 5. So before that, make sure to skip the chain 1 that we did here, because that does not count as a stitch, and you can begin your work from the very first single crochet of round 4. So for round 5, I will work one single crochet in every stitch around. This time I will be working on both the loops. So I will insert my hook on the stitch like this in the 2 loops, and I will work one single crochet, and I will do that for all the other stitches. Round 5 will have a total of 24 single crochet. So for round 6, I will do one single crochet in every stitch around, and this round also will have a total of 24 single crochet. So we can just start working on the next stitch directly because we do not have any chain 1 at the beginning of round 5. So I will start my round 6 in the next stitch, and then I will work one single crochet all the way around. Round 7, we will be following a repeat pattern. The repeat pattern is 2 single crochet or an increase in the next stitch. So I will do 2 single crochet in the next stitch over here, and then I will do 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. This is my first single crochet, this is my second, this is my third, this is my fourth, and this is my 5th single crochet. So I will be repeating this pattern all the way around over here, and this round will have a total of 28 single crochet. So once again, the repeat is an increase or 2 single crochet in the next stitch, followed by 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. For the next 2 rounds, which is rounds 8 and 9, I will be following the same pattern. The pattern is 1 single crochet all the way around. So each round will have a total of 28 single crochet. So I will work 1 single crochet all the way around till I'm at the end of the stitch marker over here. And that would be my round 8, and I will repeat that one more time for round 9. And I will do this off camera, and I'll meet you once when I complete round 9. This is how the cup will look at the end of round 9. If at any time you would like to count the total number of rounds, you can start from the bottom over here. So this one circle is 1 round, and this is the second, third, and you can count like that all the way to the top of the project like this. So now let's work on round 10. Round 10 will have a repeat pattern. The repeat pattern is 2 single crochet or an increase in the next stitch. So I will be doing 2 single crochet in the next stitch, and then the repeat pattern is 1 single crochet in the next 6 stitches. So I will do 1 single crochet, my second, third, fourth, 5th, and 6th. So this will be the repeat pattern for the round, and I will repeat this pattern 3 more times over here. The repeat pattern is 2 single crochet or an increase in the next stitch, followed by 1 single crochet in the next 6 stitches. This round will have a total of 32 single crochet. And for round 11, the repeat pattern is 1 single crochet all the way around. This round will have a total of 32 single crochet. So I will be doing 1 single crochet in every stitch like this. I will work this round off camera and I'll meet you once when I complete the 32 single crochet for round 11. After completing 32 single crochet for round 11, I will join with a slip stitch in the next stitch. And this is how the project will look at this time. And now we can begin crocheting the handle. For the handle, I will do a total of 15 chains here. So this is how to do a chain. Yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. So this is one chain. I will do 14 more chains here. Now we will be crocheting the handle on these chains. So in the second chain from the hook, so this is the first chain and this is the second chain. Here I will do 1 single crochet. So I will insert my hook in the chain and I will work 1 single crochet here, and I will do 1 single crochet in the remaining chains. So we would have done a total of 14 single crochet here, and this is the handle. We will sew the bottom of the handle later to our cup. And now let's continue working on the top of our cup. And so for that, I will join with a slip stitch in the last stitch of round 11, that is the 32nd single crochet. So I will insert my hook in this stitch and then I will do a slip stitch. So once when you do that, the right side of the handle will be facing the outside like this. So now this is how the project will look at this time. Let's continue working on the last round, which is round 12. For this round, I will be working a reverse single crochet or a crab stitch. So to do so, we will be working single crochets but in the opposite direction. So I will be inserting my hook in the previous stitch over here and I will do 1 single crochet. And I will do that for all the other stitches. So once again, you can follow me over here. I will be inserting my hook in the previous stitch. I will yarn over, bring a loop, and we'll have 2 loops on the hook over here, and then I will yarn over and pull through both the loops. So this is called as the reverse single crochet or a crab stitch. So we will be having this beautiful texture at the top of our cup over here, and this is the last round of the cup. And this is how it'll look at this point. So I will be working a reverse single crochet all the way around, and I will meet you when I'm at the last stitch over here. So here I have worked reverse single crochet all the way around, and I will be working my last reverse single crochet in the slip stitch of round 11. And once when I do that, I will be joining with a slip stitch on the very first reverse single crochet over here. So we will be doing a slip stitch in the reverse manner as well. So once when I complete the round, I will be fastening off the project over here. To fasten off, leave a long tail, trim the yarn over here, and then I will yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook and bring the tail all the way through. And then I will pull the tail tight to secure this. And here we have finished our cup. Now let us crochet the chocolate milk. For that I will use a brown yarn here. For round 1, I will do a magic circle followed by 8 single crochet inside the ring. If you prefer not to work with a magic circle, you can always do the alternate start, which is chain 2 and 8 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Once when you finish your 8 single crochet, make sure to pull the tail to close the magic circle opening. For this pattern also, we'll be working in rounds, and I'm not going to join at the end of each round unless I mention it. You can use stitch marker to mark the last stitch of the round. So for round 2, I will be working an increase in every stitch around. So I will insert my hook in the very first single crochet and I will do 2 single crochets or an increase in this stitch, and I will be doing that for the remaining stitches in the round. Round 2 will have a total of 16 single crochet. For round 3, the repeat pattern is 2 single crochet or an increase in the next stitch, followed by 1 single crochet in the next stitch. So I will be repeating this pattern all the way around, and this round will have a total of 24 single crochet. For round 4, the repeat pattern is 2 single crochet in the next stitch, followed by 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. I'll be repeating this pattern all the way around, and this round will have a total of 32 single crochet. This round 4 is the last round for this chocolate milk. After completing the last stitch for the round 4, I will be joining with a slip stitch in my next stitch. And then we can finish off over here leaving a long tail. We will be using this tail to sew the chocolate milk on top of the cup, so make sure the tail is long enough. And this is our chocolate milk. We have a little round over here. You can secure this magic circle tail on the wrong side of the chocolate milk. So make sure to pull it tight. Thread the magic circle tail in a yarn needle and secure it with a knot in one of the loops in the wrong side. Now let us crochet the legs. I will be starting the leg with brown yarn over here. So for round 1, I will do a magic circle followed by 8 single crochet inside the ring. You can do the alternate start as well. After completing 8 single crochet, I'm going to close the magic circle opening. And then I will join with a slip stitch on the very first single crochet that we made. And this is round 1. So for round 2, I will be working only in the back loops. So I will do chain 1. This chain 1 does not count as a stitch, and now we can begin working in round 2. So for the repeat pattern, I will do a single crochet in the back loop only, followed by a single crochet 2 together or a single crochet decrease. To do a single crochet 2 together or a decrease, I will be inserting my hook in the next stitch. Because we are working in the back loops only, I will be inserting only in the back loop only over here, and then I will yarn over and bring a loop. So now we have 2 loops on the hook. Now I will insert my hook in the back loop only of the next stitch as well, and then I will yarn over and bring a loop. So now we have a total of 3 loops on the hook. We would have taken 2 stitches in the bottom. Now I will yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at once. This stitch is called as a single crochet 2 together or a single crochet decrease. We have taken 2 stitches and completed it as 1 stitch. So now I will do 1 single crochet in the next stitch. So this will be the repeat pattern for the round. The repeat pattern is a single crochet in the back loop only of the next stitch, followed by a single crochet 2 together or a decrease in the back loop only. To end the round, I will be doing a single crochet in the back loop only of the next stitch. For round 3 and 4, we will be working with maroon yarn over here. So I'm going to change the color in the last stitch of round 2. There are many different methods to change your yarn color. You can do your most preferred one. Here I will show you how to change the color in the last stitch of the round. So I will begin my stitch with a brown yarn over here. So here I'll be working a single crochet in the back loop only. So I will insert my hook in the back loop only of the next stitch. I will yarn over and bring a loop. So now I have 2 loops on the hook. Instead of finishing this single crochet with a brown yarn, I will take my maroon yarn. I will hold this yarn the back of our project over here, and then I will yarn over with the maroon yarn and bring through these 2 loops over here to complete the single crochet. So now once when you finish this, you can grab the brown yarn and the maroon tail and pull both together to secure. And now you can trim the brown yarn over here. And if you'd prefer, you can secure it with a knot over here as well. This will be on the inside of our project, so we do not have to worry about the knot showing through. For rounds 3 and 4, I will be working with the maroon yarn. So we have done a chain 1 at the beginning of round 2 over here. Make sure to skip that chain when you begin working on round 3. So for round 3 and 4, we will be following the same pattern, that is 1 single crochet all the way around. So each round will have a total of 6 single crochet. So I will skip the chain 1 and find the very first single crochet for round 2, and I will work 1 single crochet on top of that stitch, and then I will work 1 single crochet in the other 5 stitches as well. For this round we will be working on both the loops. This is how the project will look at the end of round 3. Now let's work on the last round, which is round 4. In this round I will do 1 single crochet all the way around. This round will have a total of 6 stitches. So after completing 6 single crochet for round 4, I will join with a slip stitch in my next stitch, and I will fasten off over here, leaving a long tail. We will be using this tail to sew the leg, so make sure the tail is long enough. This is our completed leg. We can push all these tails to the inside of our project over here. And also we can use polyester fiber fill to stuff the leg. But since this is very tiny, I'm using a tiny amount of stuffing. If you use a bigger yarn, you would need lots of stuffing over here. And this is the completed leg. Make sure to crochet 1 more leg. Now let us work on the assembly. So first I will be attaching the eyes to the project. I will position the handle to be on one side of our cup over here, and I will place my safety eyes in round 9 and approximately 4 stitches apart from each other. I'm using 8 mm safety eye for the project with worsted weight yarn. If you're using bigger yarn, you would need bigger size eyes, or you can also embroider the eyes as well. I would always like to secure the back of the safety eye with a hot glue. So once when the glue dries up, you can turn your project to the right side outside. I'm going to embroider the mouth. For that I'm using a black yarn. This is a very thin yarn and the yarn needle, and I will be embroidering the mouth. This is how the cup will look at this time. Now let us stuff this with polyester fiber fill. I'm going to take my polyester fiber fill, break it apart into smaller pieces before stuffing it in. By breaking it apart into smaller pieces, we can avoid bulky spots at certain points in your plush. Now we can close the top of our cup over here. For that, I'm taking my chocolate milk and I will thread the long tail in a yarn needle. I will position this chocolate milk at around round 11 of our cup, and I will be joining it in the loops on the inside of round 11. We do not want to see this yarn on the outside of our project, so I will be using the loops of round 11 to secure this. So I will be sewing this chocolate at around round 11 all the way around, and I will meet you once when I complete sewing this in place. Make sure to push your stuffing inside when you are sewing it in, and when you are about to close it, if you would need more stuffing, you can add that as well. So I will meet you once when I sew this chocolate milk on top of our cup. This is how the top of the cup will look after sewing the chocolate milk. Because we've used only the loops, we do not see any brown yarn at the side of our cup over here. So now it's time to weave in the tail. To weave in the tail for any amigurumi, all you have to do is insert your needle next to the last stitch over here and bring the needle inside the project through the stuffing, and you can pull it out in any random spot. It usually helps to pull it out in the same color, but since we are using a different color yarn over here, you can pull it out in any random spot. Make sure not to pull it too tight because we do not want our project to lose its shape. And then you can remove your needle and trim the yarn over here. And I will push this little tail on the inside of our project. Now let us weave in the tail of our cup. I will be using the same tail to sew the other end of the handle to the side of the cup. So first let me show you how to weave in this tail. Since this tail is at the top, and if we insert it directly into the stuffing, we'll have a little loop over here. So first I'm going to weave it in these loops to bring it next to the stuffing over here. So I'll be inserting my needle in the loops over here in the wrong side of our project. And I will bring the tail near the stuffing over here, and at this point I will be inserting my needle inside our project through the stuffing. I will pull it out at the point between round 6 and 7 where we will be joining our handle over here. So here I am between round 6 and 7. So I will be positioning the handle like this, so that we have a little end over here, and then I will be sewing this in place. Once when we have secured the end of the handle, we can weave in the tail. The last step in the assembly is to attach the legs to the bottom of our cup over here. So I will take the leg and thread the long tail in a yarn needle, and I will position it over here a little bit at the side of the eye, and I will sew it in between rounds 4 and 5 of the cup. Once when you sew it in, you can weave in the tail, and I will be attaching the other leg on the other side like this, a little bit towards the side of the eye, and I will meet you once when I sew this in place. Here is the little cup after attaching all the pieces and weaving in all the tails. Don't you think this is cute? I hope you enjoy crocheting this along with me. Please show your support by subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.